Do you know what this is?
No.
Chris Rogers sold it to me. It's a golden ticket. I tried to use it to get in. The French Cut says, which Terminator film was Steve Smith sent from?
I don't do science fiction. I don't even know what that means.
Of course you know what that means.
Not really, it's just a boring film with Schwarzenegger in it, isn't it?
Do you know what I found most interesting is, because he bats in this weird way, you almost have to rethink the way that you go about bowling to him a little bit. And when he made his 100, there was, what, one guy on the leg side? Is that what it was? And they were bowling wide outside our stump. And he just played sort of a Bradman shot. And I just thought, that, you know, there's that time when you see McCullum and people like him, and they sort of evolve beyond normal bowling.
He pulled a short ball, that shot.
Yeah.
He pulled a short ball on a really flat, slow wicket.
Sorry, how many times have you seen batsmen with 8 in one field? So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
well,
there's
a funky
a reason
field.
they were trying it. But
there is a reason.
They weren't doing 8-1 fields across Rogers.
No.
Ben Thompson says, is this pitch any better than Cardiff? Will it avoid criticism because it's Lords? Innocent Bystander says, what happened to that wonderful pitch we had versus New Zealand? Did the chief executive panic? Phil Rhodes says, like Cardiff, should Lords lose its right to hold test matches after producing this wicket? That is 3 of what I would assume was about 74 tweets about
I
the
would
pitch.
say it's probably 90% of the questions.
You're the pitch man, you're pitch doctor, you're like pitch chief in charge.
Pitch perfect.
Go.
I sat at this ground, this very ground, a day or 2 ago, hearing the MCC Cricket Committee lecture the world about the importance of Test cricket and what needed to be done to keep it alive. They need to sort their own house out. They need to sort their own house out. Look, I've written about it today. I think it's the sort of pitch. People think I'm exaggerating. I'll give the same view again. I've been saying it consistently for several years. Pitches like that are the greatest danger to Test cricket. I know we disagree slightly. That is an awful wicket.
England could easily be 3 for 30 at the start of their innings, as everyone has suggested.
That wouldn't make it a good pitch.
And then people will say, well, it wasn't that bad. But we were here, we saw it. It was a pitch that it felt like at times that, I know you don't like science fiction, but had you actually dropped, you know, Predator on it and he was coming into bowl.
He'd have fallen to sleep.
Matthew Beggs says, does David Warner's overt aggression against spin hide how poor a player of spin he is?
No, but it is his Achilles heel, if you like. I think that the ego, the need to dominate is a problem.
For an hour, I thought England actually did okay. They were a little bit wayward, but they were moving the ball around. They had a few semi-chances, maybe not full chances. Warner got through all that. He gets the spinner on. He smashes him twice, one luckily and one from a full toss. He completely dominated that over. He doesn't need to play that shot.
I completely agree. I love Mo and I'm his biggest fan, but at the moment you can milk him without taking chances in an hour, the first hour of a Test match. Every run scored today will have hurt Warner.
Jamie Mason said, is it unfair to blame Cook's field for Rogers scoring so many boundaries in such a small area? So I had a look at the wagon wheel. He went for 50 runs between point and backward point. A lot of those were edges though from the outside of the bat. I mean, do we really expect him to have a third man in? It's not really modern cricket protocol, is it?
I think you've got to give him some credit. He plays swing bowling really well, because they did swing the ball.
Yeah.
No, just give him some credit. He hits the ball into gaps. He's been doing it a long time.
Yeah. Adam Kravitz says, are the backup bowlers, Wood, Ali, Stokes, really good enough to bowl the top teams out? Struggled badly in the West Indies. I mean, come on.
Yes, they are.
But on this wicket, are you serious?
They've just come off another test.
This is not the time.
They've just come off another test and they've bowled really well. And yeah, they're in development. They're definitely in development. They're not the finished article. Yeah, you've got to stick with them.
Dave Churchley says, shouldn't we English fans have expected this?
I got the impression even at Cardiff, on that last day when Australia did 412, there was a bit of a sense of pessimism around the ground because England supporters have got a bit used to being beaten by Australia, which is odd because obviously Australia haven't won in England for 14 years. No, this game even isn't over. I mean, England really should be able to bat out time on this wicket.
Martin says, Ian Bell at slip. What's the story?
He dropped one really tricky chance today. I mean, look at it.
Tricky?
Yeah, it's very low.
I prefer a test match slip fielder. I don't know why I keep pointing out there like they're behind me. A test match slip fielder should take that catch.
I think they needed to back him as a slip fielder because he had taken a couple of blows. He lost the vice-captaincy of the Test team. He's been dropped from the ODI side. And I think there was a sense that his self-esteem just couldn't take anymore.
Raju says, aren't Bangladesh and Sumya Saka amazing?
Is that the periscope shot, fella? I don't know much about him.
Haven't you seen him? He's up. I want you to forget running your piece. No one cares.
He's done it.
Okay, that's even better. Go up there, YouTube him. He's amazing batsman. Reddy says, if you were a soup, what kind of soup would you be?
They say you are what you eat, so I imagine you must have a lot of soup. Handsome soup.